Well, 2020 was a bit of a shit year, wasn't it? What the hell happened? We really let go of the ball on this one, guys. But, we made it. And we are together. Not me, I'm not with anyone. So, I don't know what the hell I'm on about. Let's look forward towards 2021 because there's a lot of good films coming out. And yeah, it's going to be a massive year for film. It was supposed to be a massive year for film this year. But things were delayed countless times. Let's go off with a wee indie film, a wee art house film by... Is A24 art house anymore? Because I feel like they are quickly becoming a major studio in the cinema game because they keep getting big releases. But A24, they are releasing next year sometime. There's no UK release date confirmed yet, which is annoying. The Green Knight, starring Dev Patel, and that is a adaptation of the Arthurian legend of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, which, if you don't know, is about basically King Arthur. He's hosting a Christmas festival, and along comes this knight who is dressed in green, and he basically challenges any man to strike him as hard as they can on the condition that in 1 year's time he can return the blow. And no man, I don't think any man accepts this offer except Sir Gawain, Arthur's nephew? Yeah, Sir Gawain, Arthur's nephew, who chops off the bloody man's head. And you'd think in normal, grounded fashion, the Green Knight would just die. But no, he gets up, he grabs his head, puts it back on, and is like, see ya in a year. And basically the rest of the story is about how Sir Gawain tries to find a way to not be beheaded in a year. It looks quite artsy, it looks quite nice. It's very fantasy, but not, and that's cool. If you like Game of Thrones, you'll probably dig this film. Yeah, it stars Dev Patel as Sir Gawain, Joel Edgerton as Arthur, and Alicia Vikander as Guinevere. And I don't know any of the other cast, so this lighting is terrible. Moving on from that, we have The French Dispatch. That's Wes Anderson's new film. Again, I think it was supposed to come out this year, but it's moved on to next year. It doesn't have a UK release date as well, which is really annoying. I don't know much about this film because with Wes Anderson films, I like to go in completely blind and just be surprised by everything that happens. There seems to be multiple timelines going on in this film, so there's a lot going on, but it centers on a newspaper bureau, and then it has many Wes Anderson usuals like Bill Murray, Tilda Swinton. Wes Anderson likes to have a lot of his former cast come along, and then new people coming in. You got Timothy Chalamet, who is one of the biggest male stars right now. Basically, if you've been in a festival film, you're probably going to be in a Wes Anderson film at some point in your life. Moving on, we have let's just get this one out of the way. You have all the Marvel films coming out next year. You have the Marvel Cinematic films, the MCU films. Sorry, we burped. I'm looking forward to these. This is going to be a great year for people like me, because I am a whore for franchises. Basically, if you're not one of these elitist people who like to gatekeep what is cinema and what isn't cinema, and you like franchises and you like Marvel films specifically, this is gonna be a great bloody year for you. You got Black Widow, and then you got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and then you got The Eternals, and then you've got Spider-Man 3, and then you've also got Morbius and maybe Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Terrible title. Amongst that, you have all the new Disney series Disney Plus series. You've got WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel. It's gonna be full, and I hope it's not too much. I don't think it will be. I think we've had 10 or 11 years of pace, and now this is Kevin Feige going, right, let's go bloody mental and just get everything done. And then for Star Wars, you've got The Bad Batch, the new animated series, the sequel to Clone Wars, and you've got Visions, which is like anime remakes of certain scenes from the Star Wars series, the Skywalker saga. I'm hoping that will lead to a sort of, not copy, but a sister series of Marvel's What If, and it will be Star Wars Legends, and they'll just adapt certain stories from Legends. Like, we're having zombies in Marvel's What If. What if we have Red Harvest, the Star Wars zombie sort of. It was a novel. I don't know if it was canon. It might have been. But who knows? Moving on, we have One Night in Miami. This is a film from Regina King. Oscar-winning actress Regina King. She won Best Supporting Actress for If Beale Street Could Talk. Beautiful film. Yeah, this is her directorial debut. And this is a film about 4 major players in civil rights activism. You got Malcolm X, who the actor, I forget his name, Kingsley something, but supposedly he gives one hell of a performance. You've got Muhammad Ali, or Cassius Clay, who I think in this film is just coming off the back of one of his first major victories. You then got James Brown and Sam Cooke, and one of them's played by, I think Sam Cooke is played by Leslie Odom Jr. Yeah, Leslie Odom Jr. is playing Sam Cooke. Kingsley Ben-Adir is the one playing Malcolm X, and it's supposedly completely different from Denzel Washington's performance of Malcolm X in Spike Lee's Malcolm X. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it, and if it holds up to the hype. I've got to lean back to get into the lighting, because the camera, I put the camera right below. We then got Nomadland. This is a film that's probably going to win Best Picture and Best Actress for Frances McDormand. It's Chloe Zhao, who is making the Eternals film. From what I've seen, this film looks incredible, and yeah, it's been getting a lot of hype. And it's just been one of those films that has been said to guarantee a place in nominations for award season and probably big wins coming. So you'll definitely want to watch this film when it comes out at some point next year. You then got Minari, which is a film about a Korean family who moved to Arkansas in the 1980s. To make a go of being farmers, and it is a film directed by Lee Isaac Chung. It's semi-autobiographical, I think, and it stars Stephen Yeun as the dad, and he supposedly gives a great performance. I'm not sure if this has a UK release date. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Stephen Yeun's doing. And I think this film's got a lot of controversy around it currently because it's been submitted to the Golden Globes as a foreign language film, even though it's set in America. And it was made in America. It's an American production, but because a lot of it is in Korean, it counts as a foreign language film. And I think people are getting that mixed up with like the Oscars international film, which is like a film made in outside America, obviously. We then got Last Night in Soho, which comes out here April 23rd. That probably will get delayed again, I don't know. We haven't seen anything of it. It's an Edgar Wright film. Enough said. You know, he did Baby Driver, he did Scott Pilgrim, he did the Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End trilogy. You know, he's very good at filmmaking and will probably knock it out the park again this year. I don't know why I'm sounding like this. I don't usually sound this raspy. I'm not sick. I did wake up 2 hours ago and I was like, let's make a video. So, PS5. Didn't get it for Christmas. I got it because I bought it myself because I was able to get in early. And I got it. Jealous. You then got Denis Villeneuve's Dune, which was one of my most anticipated films of this year, and it was delayed, and the whole HBO Max thing is getting Denis very upset and me upset. This is a film you need to see on the biggest screen possible, okay? Trust me. It stars Timothy Chameleon again, yeah, and it's a big cast. It's a big ensemble cast. You know, it's got Jason Momoa, it's got Josh Brolin. You'll not want to miss this. This is based on Frank Herbert's novel, which was a inspiration for Star Wars. This was before Star Wars, so this is mega like space fantasy. Before Star Wars, which is basically the pinnacle, the golden child of space fantasy was a thing. It's got family drama, family politics. It's very Game of Thrones. You'll not want to miss this, baby. We got In the Heights, which is based on the Broadway show by Lin-Manuel Miranda before he did Hamilton. It stars Anthony Ramos, who people will know as John Lawrence from Hamilton. It also has Lin-Manuel Miranda in it as a supporting character, not as a main character, I don't think. I've never seen or heard this show the whole way through, so it will be fun to see. I hope they've adapted it better than Cats, let's just say that. We then got Judas and the Black Messiah, which is a film from Warner Brothers. This film stars Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton, who was the chairman of the Black Panthers. It also stars Lakeith Stanfield and Jesse Plemons, and basically Lakeith Stanfield's character gets arrested for impersonating an officer based on the trailer. Jesse Plemons is a FBI agent. He's a government agent who basically says to Lakeith, you can go free if you infiltrate the Black Panthers and show us that Fred Hampton is breaking laws, because they wanted to they very famously wanted to get any dirt on him to lock him up, because Fred Hampton the Black Panthers were so scary to white government officials. This is another one that I'm looking forward to. It's very high on my anticipation list. It's directed by Shaka King, who I think this is another like Boots Riley situation. Boots Riley, who did Sorry to Bother You. I think he is a music video director, and he's now making his way into film. So that'll be very nice to see. Hopefully he can pull it off. It's Ryan Coogler produced. Ryan Coogler, who's, you know, Black Panther, Creed, Fruitvale Station. You know, he's good. This will be I hope it's a good film. Never say it will be, because then you'll be disappointed. We then got two animated films. We got Luca and Encanto. Luca is a film from Pixar, and it sounds like an animated Call Me By Your Name, but you know, it's Pixar, it's kids, so less you know, no peaches will be harmed, if you catch my drift. No peaches will be harmed in the making of. There will be no peach scene. No peach scene. I like this departure from Pixar's usual high concept fantasy madness sort of plot lines. It's very grounded coming of age drama, which is nice. It's very Studio Ghibli, who, you know, were known for having Hideo Miyazaki's high concept fantasy films, and then you have like Grave of the Fireflies, which is maybe the saddest film I've ever seen. And then you've got Encanto from Disney Animation, which is a film written by and composed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And we're definitely not tired of him yet. We then, at some point as well, this is, I think this is just finished production, so this could be 2022, who knows, but Robert Eggers, The Northman. Robert Eggers did The Witch and The Lighthouse, so, you know, fun movies. We also have Matrix 4 and Space Jam: A New Legacy coming out. But while I'm looking forward to those, probably because of nostalgia reasons, I don't have faith that they will be very good. The Space Jam one seems interesting because it's like branching out from just Looney Tunes, and it's just loads of different Warner Brothers products. You got It, Joker, so like all the DC stuff, The Mask. It will be very interesting to see how they pull it off. And then for... oh wait, am I holding this the wrong way around? And then for Matrix 4, Keanu's coming back, Carrie-Anne Moss is coming back, but Lawrence Fishburne isn't coming back. So no Morbius. It's going to be very strange how they do that. I hope it's an interesting story. Yeah, it's probably going to be called Matrix Rebooted. Let's face it. Like, is the theme with the sequels. And those are the films coming out in 2021 that I'm looking forward to. There's probably a lot more that I'm just forgetting, but that was a list I made in about 10 minutes, you know. So, there's also James Bond and Godzilla vs. Kong, but... yeah, so... what are your favourite? What are your most anticipated films of 2021? Put them down below. Or, you know, tweet me at... who knows? Jordi and Film. Oh yeah, and also, please subscribe and like this video. Smash that like button and assault that subscribe button. Jordi and Film.